Okay, recording. We're live.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, cool. So we're recording these videos for everyone to know that we will release Vision this month. So special day, special moment. Vision's gonna be out this month. The plan is to release it in 2 weeks from now. So yeah, it's finally at last coming. It was long in the making.
Long in the
So,
making, yeah.
so Ravi, yeah, we want to keep this video really short. So we're just gonna give you like a overview of what's coming, how it's
Mm-hmm.
coming, give you like a little snippet of something to see how it's looking, and yeah, that's it. So, yeah, we've been developing for a long time. I think it's worth mentioning that we use Vision already in real production environments,
Yeah,
real commercial
yeah.
projects.
Mm-hmm.
So one that I want to say is that we used Alpha of Vision last year, working with Goodbye Kansas on an episode for Secret Level that we
Secret level, yeah.
yeah, we
Which is coming
storyboarded like the
out.
whole episode. It's
Yeah.
coming out next month, so check it out.
Mm-hmm.
So that was our like first trial by fire for Vision, and then you've been using it with Agora on their
Mm-hmm.
commercial projects, right? So Vision has been already tested quite a bit,
Mm-hmm.
and we got to a place where we think that there's a version that we are comfortable enough to share with like everyone.
Yeah.
So in 2 weeks from now, we're gonna release something that it's kind of like early access, kind of like more advanced beta. We call it early access because it doesn't have everything that we wanted. Like original plan was to release version of Vision that will work with Grease Pencil 3 and Blender 4.3. But to be honest, it was just a little bit too much for me to like pull off. So it's not happening. What is going to happen is we're going to release the version that we're working with right now, which works really well with Blender 4.1. We both use Windows, and it uses Grease Pencil 2.0 at this point in time. And then, so we decided to release that because we don't want to postpone the release of Vision, right? So we don't want to wait another month or another 2 months and have this Grease Pencil 3 implemented in the first release. I think this is already great, so we want to release that so people don't have to wait for it. And then the version that will work with the Blender 4.3 is gonna come in the near future. Most likely, I think early January. That would be like my milestone for that. So that's that. We've been working really hard to do like a real-time editing inside of Vision, and you might have seen glimpses of that during my Blender conference. So that is not going to be included at this point in time simply because it's not 100% ready. We want to make sure that what we're going to release is like really robust and works well. And this needs more testing. I think we both agree that, yeah, this is not quite there yet.
Yeah.
But it's going to come as well as like the later update to the version that we're going to release soon. What else? So it's going to be, yeah.
We can talk about the cost and like
Yeah,
how.
so it's still TBD, but I'm thinking something reasonable. It's not gonna, you will not have to break the bank to get it. It's gonna be cheap and it's gonna be priced like similar to like other add-ons, on the market. So
And the Vision GP users would get like the
yeah.
thank you.
So if you got Vision GP, way back, you're gonna get it as like a free update, so you'll not have to pay anything for it. And this is our thank you for the early support, for everyone who got interested way back, like last year, I think. So that's our little gift for you guys, like a early Christmas or something. So there is all that. Now let's really super quickly talk about what we're up to now. Why can't we release it quite yet? Like today, well, we still have to do the documentation, so I need to work on that. So once you get the add-on, you have a place to go where you can learn really how to use it and understand every feature and get some like examples of like how to use it. So that has to be done, and that's what I'll be working on. And then I need to wrap the beta build, so we're gonna have that tight once I put it on Gumroad. And other than that, like the reason why we're already in November and we're really hoping that we can release it by the end of September. The reason why it's not the case is because we've been testing it a lot and doing like sequences and whatnot. So you're working on a sequence, Ravi, like I've been testing it on a sequence. And we want to keep this video short, under 10 minutes. So I'll just show like a little glimpse of the sequence that I've been working on, maybe. So I picked one of my favorite sequences from my favorite movie, The Heat from 90s, old classic, has a famous shootout scene, which is super complex. And I thought like, man, that would be hard to storyboard. There's just so many moving parts. And I thought like, this would be also like a great test to see if I can do it in Blender or with Vision. Can Vision even hold up, having like 100 shots, and with all these different things. So let me just share a screen real quick to give you like a little glimpse of it. So I'm not gonna show you the whole thing because this is still very, very much work in progress. It's just at this point like a blocking in 3D, not many drawings and whatnot. But I'll just play like a little section of it for you guys. So. Okay, yeah, I think this is good enough of a sample. So as you guys can see, that there's like a lot going on. Of course, there's like missing parts, missing backgrounds. It's still pretty rough, but I hope it gives like enough, context to like how you can use Blender and Vision. This is kind of like a 3D previs, but the idea, I think, where I'm going to take the sequence is that everything you will see eventually will be turned into like a 2D kind of an asset or like a hybrid asset. So characters will be drawn. And so it's going to look very different than this. So this is purely for 3D blocking, a lot of placeholders here. So we have 2 more minutes, Ravi, to keep our like 10 minutes mark. So maybe what would be good to show? What do you think? Maybe just talk a little bit about like
we could talk about the workflow, edit and working in a team.
Yeah, so I talked a lot about like that stuff during my Blender talk. As you can see, all this is like 2D stuff. We have a lot of videos, and the coolest thing that we really refined is the connection between 3D and the edit. So for example, I have this shot right here and I want to work on it, right? I can switch to 3D and I'm going to be taken to this exact frame where I was in editorial, and I can work on that shot, and basically, I get access to, to the shot, all the assets, everything is organized for me, all these different cards and whatnot, and I can keep working on it. And then the coolest thing is that it works this way from editorial to 3D, but it also goes the other way. So let's say, okay, I want to go to this frame and see this. If I have this frame in editorial, I can go by. Now I'm in editorial. So it's like super fast. I can go to any shot, switch back and forth, and keep working on it and throw whatever I want on my shots. So you see like there's like cards and things that traditionally would like slow down Blender. And if you had a scene that has all these things all at once, like it would be unworkable because there would be too much shit in your scene to work with. Versus with Vision, I can really not worry about it, that's why this test is so good, that it just works and holds up, and I always get the real time in my edit. Yeah. And I think that there will be the time where we'll like, of course, go over every single feature and so on, but maybe we can just show you guys this little glimpse of how Vision kind of looks like. You know, as you can see, the edit is very simple. It's a very simple interface. You know, when it comes to 3D, people will find it really familiar that you have a lot of, you know, Vision GP stuff. A lot of buttons will be very, very, very similar to what you are familiar with. And yeah, that's that. What else?
It's a good time to wrap up.
I think this is a good time to wrap. There's a lot of more stuff that we could talk about, like for example, these mannequins that we developed that work in real time. So we're at 10 minutes 50 seconds, so let's give it maybe one more minute and wrap it up.
Give it a go.
So yeah, with Vision, like at the same time we're gonna release the mannequin that we developed, which is a rig that is very, very fast. So it gives you real time in your scenes, whether you put 20 of those guys in the scene or just 5, you know, like it just really holds up well. There's no skinning. It's very bare bones, but it gives you everything you need as a story artist, you know, to use 3D effectively for your boarding without it being overly complicated. So very, very simple, but very, very quick. And we needed that because all the tests that we did with Rigify or like other systems that allow you to rig in Blender, they turn out to be too slow. Like you, for 1, 2, 3 characters, they were working well, but then the moment you put 20 of them, like your Blender was kind of crawling. So we had to develop that as well. So that's something that we gonna have available for folks as well. And I think really this is really it. So Vision coming in 2 weeks, that mannequin kind of coming at the same time, and you guys will finally be able to put your hands on it and play with it, which is super, super exciting. I don't know, Ravi, do you have anything else to add?
I think I really look forward to what people are gonna do, because you know it's good to mention that Vision is, I mean, it is this add-on, you know, technically speaking, but there's also this whole methodology behind it that hopefully, you know, in the coming months or years, I don't know, in the lifetime, we can really expand and talk about how Vision can help you do like 2D storyboarding, previs, hybrid, and there's many ways to do it. And I think just sharing it with the world is going to enable people to find new workflows, and so it's all coming together nicely. And super exciting.
Yeah, totally. And I think, you know, like for me, what's also important is that we will be able to, once it's out, it's like such a good milestone for us, because then we'll be able to start sharing our workflows, you know, like of course we just showed you like a little glimpse of it, but we want to talk about like 2D workflows, you know, how you use 3D to do 2D. We talk a lot about this 2D, 3D, 2D workflow. When you thumbnail first, then you do 3D, and then you do 2D. So there's like so much stuff workflow wise that we talk about all the time, and we test things out. So once this thing is out there, it's going to be easier for us to maybe share with everyone else like how we like to work and what we think where this can go to, and so on, because there's just so much to it. I think like it really changes how you can work and storyboard your sequences and so on. And yeah, that's really it. And I think I'm super happy because we only recorded this time in 14 minutes.
14 minutes.
Instead of 50, which was the previous try.
We're timing this thing after trying it, right?
Yeah, we try to keep it short and sweet, and have more stuff come later as separate videos maybe. Yeah. Sweet. Alrighty. So that's it. And
see you in the next one, guys.
See you in the next one, guys. Bye.